I'm back. Big up all the subscribers, everyone that likes, comments, and shares. Big up your chest. 3 easy ways to get beaten up in jail. Yeah. How to act if you want to slap, basically, right? Um, I've seen all three of these. I've seen all three of these situations kick off to various degrees over the years inside. Um, little things escalate to a point of no return so quick. I mean, people are having bad days in there, aren't they? Nobody? People are having bad days in there consistently, and they've got a short fuse. It's as simple as that. No one wants to get mugged off in there, do they? Well, perceived to be mugged off. Everyone's got a massive ego in there. But these three things, I think, are justified, right? Number one, pushing in front of someone in the phone line. Um, pick a reason why that's bad. I'll pick 10. Pick 10. You could pick 10 off quickly, couldn't you? You know what I mean? Sick family member, cheating girlfriend, sick kids, missing your kids, stressed. You've had a bad day. You've had an argument with a screw. You've had an argument down education. You've had an argument with a prisoner. You know, your money ain't dropped in time. Whatever. Your newspapers ain't come in time. Your TV guide ain't arrived. You've got the wrong sandwich at lunchtime, and you ain't it since because you've got the wrong one. You know what I mean? There's a million reasons why you want to use that phone. And imagine if someone tried pushing in front of you. I've never done it. I've never pushed in front of someone. I have booked up, yeah, and that is annoying in itself. If someone books up in front of me, even though I've done it, I hate it. I hate people that book up. Book up. Yeah. So I'm in the line. You're in the line. Anybody's in the line. There's 10 people in front of you. That's how long I'll wait. The person in front of you is mates with the geezer playing pool, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm after you. Don't forget." You didn't know that. You didn't know that. You've been queuing up for 20 minutes before it's been revealed to you that mate is in front of you. Are you going to put up with that? um, that's an argument in itself, isn't it? That's an argument all in itself. I mean, are you going to put up with that? Especially if you've queued up. Especially if you can imagine queuing up, like I just said, 10 people in front of you. Mate is on the phone now. So if 9 people have gone ding 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 ding, use the phone in front of you. Mate is playing pool. Mate, thing he's put the phone down. Mate is playing pool. Jump. Yeah, I was next on him. Mate, he was just on the phone. Backs him up. Says, "Yeah, he books up half hour ago before you turn up." What would you do? Would you take it on the chin, or would you go off on one? You know what I mean? The geezer might genuinely be thinking he ain't done nothing wrong. Would you let him do it? Would you let him do it? What about if it was just a quick phone call? He just wanted to make a quick 1 minute phone call, say goodnight to his son. Would you let him do it? Depends how big he is, doesn't it? Depends how hard he looks. Oh, mate. Come on, the Spurs. Oh, that says he's cold, isn't it? Wherever the Spurs sign is, there it is. Whoop, whoop. Depends if he looks like a fighting man. Fighting man. Fighting man. It's only on YouTube that people say that, you know. Fighting man. He's a fighting man. The only people that I've ever heard saying that are travellers. Yeah, it's their lingo, right? It's not ours. Who's ever walked into a pub and just walked into a mid-conversation and gone, "Yeah, he's a proper fighting man"? You've walked into the pub and heard, "He's well hard. He's sick. He can have a right tear up. He's a pussy. He's a coward." You've never heard he's a right old fighting man, because that's not the way we talk. Travellers talk like that. If you walked into a pub full of travellers, you might hear people talking like that. But other than that, You ain't hearing people talk like that, so it's weird that everyone jumps on that on here. It's very weird. All of a sudden, the last couple of months, everyone started saying it to each other. Yeah, and calling each other it as well. Imagine calling yourself, "Yeah, I'm a right fighter, mate." Just Jesus. Very, very few people can get away with it, ain't it? There's a few people up where I live up north now. A very few people up north say it. The further north you go as well, the more people say it. But other than that, down south, mate, if you're talking like me, you ain't saying fighting man, unless you're from Grays and you're pretending to be a traveller. Sorry, don't know people from Grays, but there's a few people that do. Oh, mate. Do you know, and get right off the track here, mate. A traveller woman took me to Appleby before, yeah. That was a good day out. Anybody knows what Appleby is? It's like the horse trading fair, isn't it? That put on once a year, all the travellers go to it. Thousands and thousands and thousands. Good day out. I went there a few years ago. I was on the run, um, hiding away. Where better to go than Appleby, mate? There was the year I went though. It was like, oh, we all seem to be on it. I don't know if they were on it every year. It doesn't. The bird that I went with, she goes every year. She was like, no, they ain't on it like this. But that was like a lot of bare knuckle fights were happening, yeah. So, um, big massive field in it, yeah, big massive field. So like they'd be having it over, they'd be having it like in the distance. You see two geezers like as two specks having it. Old Bill would be trotting over there to break it up. They'd stop before Old Bill got there. Old Bill would like turn up to an empty field, and it'd kick off. You'd see it rearing off again like 100 miles away. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know why I just didn't let him get on with it. But yeah, that was when I went to that was the one and only time I went to Appleby, which was, yeah, it was pretty good actually. Yeah, I'll give you. Do you know what? I'll give you an example of the phone one, right? Getting back on point. The phone one, right? So, how old was I? I would have been a skinny little yo, right? Queuing up to get on the phone. We queued up most of right? Association time. Back in these days, you probably did get an hour, right? But nowadays, never. I keep saying it. 20 minutes social, 20 minutes exercise. That's it. Maybe half hour both, right? You're not getting an hour each. Not nowadays, but back in the heyday, you did. It was great. Anyway, I queued up for most of the bloody social. I'm now next to get on the phone. You know, so geezer's on the phone. I'm waiting. I'm finally got my PIN card. Got this is how far I'm going back. Got the bank. Got the little card. Geezer put the phone down. Now my go. Went to go. Mate, someone's jumped on in front of me, innit? Yeah, some big old skinhead geezer. Just started to use the phone, yeah. I'm like, mate, is this geezer for real? Sort of looking him up and down. He's a big old lump, you know what I mean? So fear, trepidation, you know what I mean? Should I say nothing? Hesitation. Finally plucked, finally plucked up the courage, you know what I mean? Like, oi, oi, oi! It's right, trying to make myself sound like I weren't like 12. Oi! He's turned round. What the fuck do you want, mate? And I looked him up and down. I thought, fuck me, you're big. I went, no, nothing, mate. You're alright. Just carried on with his phone call. I thought, fucking do him tomorrow. I walked off, just left it. Forgot about it by the next day, didn't I? Lucky him. Like I said, it depends on the size of the geezer, doesn't it? If he's little, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have a right tear up if he's tiny. Number two, I've said this one before, I think, but it's a very important one. Rooting through someone's shit stuff, yeah, like rooting through it, stealing it. You know what I mean? People are very paranoid in jail, yeah. Surprise, surprise, people are paranoid, right? If you're rooting around through someone's stuff, they're gonna realise it. So you might just be being nosy, but someone might just be paranoid for the sake of being paranoid, yeah. And they'll be marking off their coffee jar with a pen, marking off the milk, arranging the letters in a certain way. opening the drawer a little bit, opening that you're going to close it fully after you've looked in it, leaving the remote a certain. Some people are just tight and they don't want you touching their gear. Like they'll leave the remote a certain way, so like when they go to work as a cleaner throughout the day, you're not allowed to touch that remote. Like some people are just tight bullies, mate. You know what I mean? But it's justified sometimes. Yeah, imagine coming back from like a visit and seeing your cellmate just sitting there reading reading your letters. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, nothing on telly. Sorry. Oh, yeah, sweet. You going mad, wouldn't you? I woke up from court before. Saying that, I woke up to. I'll start again. My cellmate went to court. And I woke up because cellmates, people get called to court at stupid times in the morning. Yeah, so you know he's gonna call. I didn't really know him that well. Probably banged up with him for about a week. Woke up a couple of hours later, whatever it was. Genuine. This is genuine. He hasn't taken all of my clothes. He's taken my boxers and my socks like a fetish. Taken my boxers and my socks. Good luck to him, like, you know what I mean, mate. I don't know, mate. But yeah, that just come to my mind. Talking about people rooting through and taking stuff. Someone took me boxers and socks once, mate. I woke up, the geezer went caught, and boxers and socks were gone. Right, yeah. So don't root through someone's cell. Bad times ahead if you start rooting through someone's cell. I've told the story, but sometimes it's worth repeating that. Someone in Chelmsford was thinking before that someone was taking their stamps and burning all that, yeah, burn tobacco. And this geezer was the paranoid sort in it, yeah. So he set up a little trap, opened the drawer up, like I said, fluffed the burn out, you know what I mean? Had it a certain way. Don't know what he did with the stamps, but he was bang on with the stamps, like, you know what I mean? Again, like, it's a little bit, innit? Say if you've got 5 stamps, you're going to notice if you've all of a sudden you've got 4, ain't you? You know? Anyway, he's got hold of him that night, tied him to the top bunk, poor sod, and put a pair of, just so he was sort of like dangling there by his arms, and put a pair of crusty old boxers that he'd sort of rimmed himself with, put them over his face like a Spider-Man mask, mate, and left him there. Yeah, that's what you get for rooting through people's stuff. I don't want to linger on the poor sod that was just having to while away the night with the old shitty Spider-Man mask over his nose. But yeah, mate, poor sod. He shouldn't have been rooting. Don't root. Number 3. What is number 3? Mind your own business. Yeah, mind your own business. Yeah, go on, do one. No, don't be nosy. I mean, nobody likes anyone that's nosy, and especially in jail. What you being nosy for? What you old bill? You know. Mind your own business. If you see something and if you're walking along the landing and you see something, don't rubberneck it. Yeah. Don't do that, because if it all comes on top for them, and it probably will, let someone else snitch on them. Yeah. Don't let them think it's you, even though it probably ain't you. But the person that does that is going to get the blame, innit? Just carry on looking at your shoelaces, you know, as you walk past. Don't be nosy. Everyone will tell you about it anyway. Everyone else that looked, I mean, everyone else that looks and can't keep their mouth shut. I mean, it's got nothing to do with you really, and it's got even less to do with the geezer that you're telling it to. So yeah, mind your own business. That's a big one. I think that's an obvious one as well. Really, mind your own business. If you see something, mind your own. If you hear people talking, carry on walking. What? If you hear someone talking, carry on walking. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt, mate. I'm a poet, and I did not even know it. That threw me. That threw me coming out with that lyric. Keep your nose out of it, you know, nose ointment. Basically, keep your nose out of it. Don't root around, and don't push in front of me when I'm about to get on the phone. Don't push in front of me when I'm playing pool, when I want to have a shower. Unless you're bigger than me, then I'll just allow it. If you're smaller than me, it's on, mate. I'm whipping it out and going for it. If you're smaller than me, weaker than me, better looking than me. If you enjoyed that, hit the subscribe. We'll chat again. Adios.